Hi, I want to talk to you about a new project I've got going on, which is essentially a Latin textbook that I'm writing at the moment. It's an amalgam, really, of things. What I wanted to do was to take the material that's in Adler, which is pretty much not in a perfect arrangement, because what Adler is a translation of an Ollendorff text, and what Ollendorff is a corruption of the original serial and oral method designed by Manesca. So what I'm doing is as you may have noticed, I've been producing a French course based on Manesca so I can study how Manesca structured his course. And I'm rewriting the Adler material in a serial and oral method. Because Adler, although it's a useful book, has a lot of pitfalls and things. One main problem with Adler is that it has no narrative and it has no stories. So I'm also solving that problem by introducing, as we go on, colloquia and little stories and little snippets, so that there's the question and answer material, and then there's also gradated reading. This textbook would not be possible to produce in a non-digital format, simply because it's going to be huge. It's going to contain a very slow progression of comprehensible input, with the questions and answers, with graduated readings, so that the learner will very, very slowly and surely progress through Latin in a way that one would progress when learning a modern foreign language. The problem with Latin is that we have very little material available that's very, very easy, and we need lots of it at the beginning. So I hope that my textbook will provide this as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start to read it here on YouTube. That will give me a chance to proofread it. So that's the reason why I'm going to do that. And I'm going to take down the beginner's Latin course that I have up there. Not the one that's in Latin only, but I won't do that straight away. So this will end up in a new playlist called Milner's Serial and Oral Latin Course. And eventually, when I've finished writing it, I might do it in a series. Then I will put it up either on Kindle or something like that, so it can be downloaded. But I don't think it's feasible to have it printed. It'll be too big. And what else do I want to say about it? Yep, that's pretty much it. It's not rocket science, I don't think. Most Latin textbooks advance too far, too fast, and for that reason, most people who are not geniuses, or are very mathematical, people who would normally learn a language in a normal way and succeed, are put off by Latin because the textbooks are not very user-friendly. There are some that do the job, but even those that are very good, such as Orberg, still advance, in my view, too quickly for most students. There also isn't a comprehensive textbook aimed at spoken fluency, and I believe very strongly that one needs to have a Latin narrative running in one's head, and spoken fluency should go hand in hand with reading fluency. In language acquisition, you first learn the language, and then you start to read the texts in the language. To go to texts, advanced texts, at the same time that you're learning is a big mistake. I understand the pressures in the normal schoolroom, but my text is not intended for that. It's intended for people who really want to get to grips with this language and command it at a very high level. Wale, bye.